Hey guys, so I'm doing another recreation of a look that I've already done in my Shop My Stash slash using what I already have, I think is what it's called. Had a little fingerprint on there. I used the Morphe 35G Bronze Gold palette, and I had someone request that I redo that with Mary Kay shadows. So that's what we're going to do today. And I'm excited to do it, quite honestly. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So these are the Mary Kay shadows I've picked out to redo the look with. But before we get on with that, I just wanted to let you guys know I did the Too Faced. If you go back and watch that video, I did the Too Faced Peach Perfect. I'll actually link it above here. But I did Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation in the shade Warm Nude. I did the Jouer Essential High Coverage Pen Concealer. Didn't like it again. I hadn't used it since that video and didn't like it again. So I ended up going back in with the Hydrating Camo Concealer just to kind of help fix it. And then I used the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder. And then for brows, I used the ColourPop Brow Boss pen or pencil in Auburn, and then I used the brow gel in dark brown. So, oh, and also on my lips, I put the Mary Kay Unlimited Lip Gloss. I can't even talk today, I'm so over it. The Mary Kay Unlimited Lip Gloss in the shade Soft Nude. So that's what I've got on my lips. Just because they looked a little crusty. So that's all I've done so far. And the reason I did that was I have a little something extra I wanted to share with you guys. So I did another little splurge. I've been doing a lot of these. I'm surprised my husband hasn't asked me why. What am I doing? What are you doing, woman? I told him, I said, look, there's going to be some packages delivered this week. And, you know, their makeup. I'm going to go ahead and come clean their makeup. So there you go. I just wanted to let you know. And he's like, okay. So he knows how I am. I'm getting ready to have to put up with him during his football season. So I think that's why he's letting it slide. But anyway, I saw this on Trend Mood's Instagram, and at first I was like, no, that's way too expensive. I'm not doing it. And the more I thought about it, the more I decided I needed it. Sorry, I had to readjust. I watched Michelle Wang on YouTube, and I just love her reviews because she's like so honest and just a kind person, but yet she's so honest about things. And so she did a review on this, and I was like, oh, okay. And it's just recent, but I'd actually already purchased it. But anyway, I wanted to hear her review, and her review was like really good. So what I did was I purchased the Holiday Hourglass Ambient palette. So here's what it looks like. You can see me in there. But yeah, there's the ambient palette, and then here's the inside. Isn't that pretty though? I've never had anything from Hourglass before. This is my first. Well, I've had the cream shadow that I got in the BoxyCharm, but I've never purchased anything from Hourglass before. So I'm really excited to like use it and see what I think about it. So let's see. I wanted to finish my complexion with this today. So I like to do a really glowy complexion look when I do this eyeshadow look. And so that's what I'm doing today. So I thought this is the perfect one to use. So there's a little insert that kind of tells you how to use it, which I watched Michelle's video too. I'll link that below so you can watch her. She's amazing. She does a lot of high-end makeup reviews, and I just think she's so cool. So it says you can use either one of these two powders for like highlighting right through here. I'm gonna kind of do what she did, honestly. So I'm gonna use this lightest powder and brighten my under eye a little. Oh wow. And she said less is always more. you know, because you can always build it. I didn't expect to see that big of a change. Do you guys, can you guys see it? Like, am I the only one that's... Oh, wow. Okay. Still the same powder. I'm just kind of highlighting those areas that I want highlighted. All right. Wow. I did not think that I was going to see that big of a difference. Can you guys see it? Or am I crazy? And then this is their bronzer. Wow. Okay. I'm liking this. Do you guys like the bronzer? I think it's cute. Okay, and then this over here, this has like some micro glitter in it, and she said it's, you know, like indoors you don't see it very much, but when you go outdoors you'll see it. I don't know if you guys can even, if I swatch it, if you can even see it. Can you see the micro glitter? Maybe just a tiny bit. But I think I'm gonna just clear that today. Should we just use it? Let's just use it. Let's just see. I think it's supposed to be like a highlighter. I should probably put my blush on first. Duh, Whitney. Why am I being so stupid today? Wow, that does give a really nice glow though. And there are 3 shades that are like exclusive to this palette, and I forget which 3 they are, to be quite honest. I don't remember. But there are 3 that are just exclusive to this. So I will put a link to this down below so you can check it out on the Hourglass website. So sitting here, I'm not seeing it like a cast on my skin, like a dark cast, which is good because I was afraid of that. But I'm gonna take you guys with me to go look like out the window and just see what it looks like. Ooh, she's got pigment. So I'm going into this one. That's pretty. Okay. I'm gonna take just a little bit of the purple, like maroon, not maroon, plum blush and just mix in with that. Why not? You know, I'm using every bit of the palette. Why not just use a little bit of that too? Would I normally do this? No. Wow, I really like that. And then what I always like to do whenever I put any like bronzer, blush, anything on, is I just like to take my powder brush that I set my face with and just kind of go over it and just kind of like buff it all together. Okay, let's take a field trip real quick. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Sorry, my hand's shaky. I was trying to hold it with 2. But yeah, I came to look in the big mirror that's in my living room. What do you guys think? I like it. So there was no cast in front of the window. And my house is a mess, so please excuse. Okay, let's get to the eyeshadow, which is the most important. And I'm gonna try to do it quickly. So the last video I did like this, I just we'll do one eye with one with the other. The Morphe palette is going to be on this side. My Mary Kay palette is going to be on this side just because I have more room for the big Morphe palette on this side. So Morphe, Mary Kay. And I'll be reminding you of that throughout the video, so don't worry. Also, I'll use the same brushes for both, and I will be cleaning them in between with my Sonia Kashuk Quick Clean Dry Brush Spray. Fortunately, this is no longer available, or it wasn't when I tried to look it up the last time. So I did find this Equate Beauty Instant Cleansing Spray. This came from Walmart. Of course, it's a smaller bottle. And it does a decent job. So it's standing in when I finish this because it's getting low. So I'm going to spray my brush. We're going to do what we did last time. So the first shade we're going into is this shade here. It's called Sandy. Sorry, I didn't hold it up high enough. This one's Sandy. And it's going in the crease. Also, the reason I did not use an eyeshadow base was because I didn't in that video, so I just decided not to today. Then with my Mary Kay, I'm going in with this shade here. This is called Toffee. This was like a limited edition shade, so it's not one of the regular line. They come out with like limited edition shades from time to time. And I'm not sure exactly when this was. This might have been fall of last year that I got that one. But I still have it, and it was a close shade match. But there are, like, there's a color called Sandcastle that would also do it, but this was just a little bit closer. That's why I chose to use it. I did want to go on record and say these are not dupes. I'm not trying to say that these are color dupes and that they are going to be shade for shade match. They're not. These are similar color looks with Mary Kay shadows. That's what we're doing today. Just wanted to reiterate that because I don't want somebody to be like, that's not a dupe. I know it's not a dupe, trust me. This one is lighter, this one's a little bit deeper. I got that. I'm gonna go in with this shade here called Deserted. I'll be honest with you, this is what I did in the previous video. What I did, if you look at these shades, this was the first one and this is the one I'm going in with. When I swatched them, and I'll insert swatches now. But when I swatched those, the colors were like almost completely the same. However, look how much it deepens. So I don't know if it's just because it's on a more concentrated brush, because I did switch my brush to a little bit smaller of a blending brush, or what. But I did want to say I noticed that. And there are a lot of repetitive shades actually in this palette from Morphe, but I still like it. And I think I caught it in a 50% off sale. That's why I picked it up. So the Mary Kay shadow is going to be Hazelnut. Yes, it's not the same exactly, but it's going to work. It's going to deepen us. It has more of like a cooler or even neutral undertone. So yes, I'm aware they're not the same. But there just wasn't one that was like a deeper toffee color. So in the outer corner, I'm going to take this deep brown, and this palette is called Equator. I'm losing my Sonia Kashuk spray. I'm about to be out. Okay. So I'm taking it on an angled brush, putting it in this outer corner, outer V. Okay. And for Mary Kay, I'm using Hot Fudge. Sonia Kashuk is no more. She's gone. I mean, that spray. Then we're going into this shade here. It's called Beach Mood. And we're going to go kind of on top of that shade and just right next to it. Because the beautiful part about this eye look was that the deepest part stays in the outer corner. I tell you, these brushes are amazing. They make blending any of these shadows. So effortless. Your tools are important. For Mary Kay, we're going into Burnished Bronze. Putting it over top of that. And I know this outer corner is looking a little funky. Don't worry. Just wait. Next, I'm going into the shade here called Paradise. This is going all over the lid. I also realized when I watched this, I looked back that I used way too many colors. I was like, gosh, girl. Think you used enough shades? For the Mary Kay side, we're going into Shiny Penny. For the like outer third of this lash line, I'm going in with this shade here called Record Temps. For the outer third of the Mary Kay lash line, I'm going in with this shade here called Cinnabar. The rest of the lash line, I'm going in with this shade here called Hey Vacay. For the rest of this lash line, I'm going in with Burnished Bronze, this one here. Got a little tongue tied there. Now I'm going back in, I'm going to blend a little bit. I'm taking that first shade from this palette. The shade is Sandy. Sorry for all the traffic. And for the Mary Kay side, that shade is Toffee. So I cleaned up just a bit and blended just a little bit more. Now we are going to go into the shade Glow On. This is going on the brow bone. And inner corner. And then for Mary Kay, we are going in with Gold Status. Prior to the last comparison video I did with the Natasha Denona palette, I would have never used Gold Status as a highlight. I don't know why, but I just never thought to do it. But it is actually a really beautiful highlight. In that video, I also took this middle shade of this palette, Summer Vibes, and I just kind of put it over top of this with my finger. I think I did it with a finger. And honestly, what I think that does is make it look more like this side. So I don't have anything to do for this one. Or I don't think that this needs any because of the similarity. Okay, so the last step was to take this shade here. It's called Glare. And I just lightened up this very inner corner. And for Mary Kay, I'm going to take the shade Candlelight and do that. Do you guys make some of the weirdest faces when you're putting on makeup? Or is that just me? Okay, so for both, I'm going to take my Mary Kay liner in brown. deep brown, sorry. I thought that sounded weird. Tight line. And line the bottom lash line. And then in that video, I also took the ColourPop Grande. Is it Grand or Grande? I don't know. But I took the dark brown liquid liner from ColourPop and I lined the top lashes. And then I just put on black mascara. And I'm gonna actually try this out because I got a little sample with my Hourglass order. This is the Hourglass Extreme Lash Mascara, and it's in the shade Ultra Black. This is what it looks like, little one. It says Caution Extreme Lash Mascara. It's a really tiny little wand. I love getting samples though, because then I can decide if I like something well enough to pay the full price. And as much makeup as I have, the smaller the size, probably the better, because then I can actually use what I have. So that's what I need to start doing, is buying like the smaller sizes, like travel sizes. I might have just had like an epiphany. It has like a cool looking wand. Can y'all see that? How it looks a little twisted. And here's the finished look. Can you tell the difference? There are differences, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll do this. But I think that you can get such a similar look to the Morphe palette out of Mary Kay shadows. So because I used so many, it took quite a few. But Mary Kay shadows, I'm just going to say it, Mary Kay shadows are better quality than Morphe. But Morphe shadows are great too. I'm not saying they're horrible. Mary Kay just is superior in my opinion. So I think that it turned out pretty good, and I'm actually going to go to the store, and I'm not going to care that I have two different eyeshadows on. I had to go exchange some stuff for my nieces, and so I'm going to go like this. But yes, I love Mary Kay shadows. Always have, always will. They are just phenomenal. So I'm not going to continue to hype them up to you. You guys know how much I love them. The standout probably for me today would be this palette from Hourglass. I've never had an Hourglass palette before, but I feel like that this is really, this is something I'm going to be picking up and using quite a bit. So very glad that I got that. I don't think that I'm going to be purchasing tons of Hourglass products because they are expensive. But, you know, it's nice to have. This mascara, I really like this mascara. Can you, I mean, like, it looks like I have on false lashes, but I don't. So, I think it's great. So, I like it. I like it a lot. So, I'm going to actually take the picture, you know, that I put as like the thumbnail. I'm gonna go take it in the natural light so that you guys can really see everything. But yeah, I really love my Mary Kay eyeshadow. And I love Hourglass too. So two completely different ends of the spectrum. But yeah, anyway. I did just purchase the new NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation. And I was like, when I pulled it out, I was like, oh my gosh, that's going to be too light. It is a little bit light for me. However, I'm going to be lighter when the fall, winter time gets here. So I am going to go ahead and keep it. But if you guys want to know, like, if you want to review, if you want to know more about this, let me know. And I will do a review for you on it. I've worn it once, so I do have a little bit of an opinion on it, but just wanted to to throw that out there. And I do have another fun video planned that is coming. I have a couple more actually that are going to be really fun. But I have some fun stuff. So stay tuned. That's what I was trying to think of. Stay tuned. I'm going to have some fun stuff planned. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Again, I mean it from the bottom of my heart when I say I appreciate you so, so much. Do I have something dark right there? I don't know what that was. It must just be a shadow. Must be my 5 o'clock shadow. But I do. I mean it from the bottom of my heart when I say that I appreciate you guys. I truly, truly do. You guys make it fun to play in makeup. So when I find people who genuinely enjoy playing in makeup like I do, yeah, it makes it fun. So also, if you're local to where I live, check out Whiskey Wick Candle Company. They are amazing. Actually, you can probably order them online and they'll ship to anywhere, so I'll link them down below. But this is a really good candle. I just ordered some new fall scents. I'm very excited to get those in. I'm sure they're gonna smell really, really good. Some of them were Hocus Pocus themed, so I'll share those with you when I get them. But they have really cute little descriptions of their ingredients and candles. So this one back here is called Exotic, after Joe Exotic. So go read the description on their website if you want to know more, because I'm not reading it to you. But more than that, thank you again. I appreciate you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.